Thank you for joining us today. This is Doug Thaler with Infrastructure Preservation Corporation. Infrastructure Preservation Corporation, or IPC, is a non-destructive testing, robotic engineering, and infrastructure assessment company that specializes in bridge inspections. We're going to pick up in this series where we left off. This series discusses modern technology and robotics and infrastructure inspections, and we're going to pick up where we left off with tendon scan. Tendon scan is external post-tension tendons. Post-tension tendons are the tendons that hold up our nation's box girder roadways and bridges. Tendon scan consists of two separate services. One, the first service, which locates air, water, and bleeding grout inside external post-tension tendons, and the second, which locates loss of metallic area. The first device will identify air, water, and bleeding grout in an external post-tension tendon. Air, water, and bleeding grout are the precursors to corrosion. They will give the asset owner warning of areas of the tendon that they need to be concerned about or keep an eye on. Well, what happens typically when an asset owner sees air or water or grout and bad grout inside of a tendon is they typically would like to know if there is loss of metallic area. They don't want to open up these tendons and expose them to the elements further without knowing if there's loss of metallic area. So the second device we developed is a magnetic flux leakage The second device utilizes magnetic flux leakage to locate loss of metallic area inside of external post-tension tendons. The report is a familiar report which locates bad areas, and as well as during the inspection, the areas of concern are marked on the tendon. As well, a report that is submitted supplies the various tendons and where there are areas of concern to watch or to immediately address. IPC's post-tension tendon inspection service consists of two devices. The first device locates air, water, and bleeding grout inside a post-tension tendon. Air, water, and bleeding grout are the precursors to corrosion, so they will give you advanced warning, great for preventative maintenance, to keep an eye on areas of concern. Typically, when you find air, water, or bleeding grout, the asset owner would immediately like to know if there's loss of metallic area. So we developed a second device, which is a magnetic flux leakage post-tension tendon inspection device that locates loss of metallic area. This will show you areas with a more immediate need to further inspect or open up and repair. Tendon scan, both of these devices are lightweight, they're wireless, they're portable, and they're accurate. They can easily the tendon scan devices are lightweight, they're wireless, they're portable, and they are accurate. The next service is pole scan. Pole scan is a high mass light pole inspection service, and additionally a repair robot. A pole scan also contains two separate services. I'm going to talk about the high mass light pole inspection service first, which is a robot that clamps onto the high mass light pole. It locates, it conducts a 360-degree inspection of the entire pole, the seams, the mast arms, the luminaries. It takes high-definition video of the entire pole as well as high-definition snapshots of areas of concern. The information is beamed down to a portable base station where there's an experienced inspector that's reviewing the data as it comes in. There's no lane closures or bucket trucks required. And it provides a lot of information on the high mass light poles. Part of our inspection protocol, we recommend doing ultrasonic testing of the anchor bolts, which also are an area of concern, especially if you're only inspecting these poles every 5 years. Testing the anchor bolts or conducting ultrasonic testing of the anchor bolts to be sure there's no cracking or breaking is recommended. So once you find issues in the high mass light pole, the second device that's part of this service is the high mass light pole repair robot. This device clamps onto the pole itself, will climb to the area of concern, sand down the rust spots, and paint coat to protect the pole. There are no lane closures or bucket trucks required. And this device can help easily make the repairs on the high mass light poles. Infrastructure Preservation Corporation looks for better ways to provide quantitative data to the asset owners